I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe.
What's up, friends? We're back. We're Black and Curious. I'm Kandron.
Hey, now it is Dehjai. What it do?
And if you've never been here before, we do a cross section. What do we do? A
Okay.
cross section between real life and reality TV and pop culture. So, welcome. Today, we are talking about Married to Medicine and that damn Toya.
So the first thing that I said to Cam when we were like planning for conversations for today's recording, um, I said that I felt like they couldn't afford the house that they had long term, and they saw an opportunity to get some coins, and so they sold that house.
Yes, I. Yes, and we just talked about Dr. Heavenly. She keeps popping up, but basically she was just like she can't afford it, and I've been told y'all that she could not afford that house. So I'm saying it again. She cannot afford that house. So
I'm just like, all
basically,
that money you put in that mug. And the house was beautiful. Like, why would you didn't need it? Just screams to me once we got in here and we started furnishing this said house. Because I think that she still had some rooms that wasn't all the way furnished. So we started furnishing said house. And then, oh shit. We're back
and
at
like maybe we didn't really like this is too much or something. I don't know.
hello. I'm like, damn, Dr. Jackie just was it a new house that they bought and redid, or did they
No, I
just
think they
add on
bought
to
like
what they
it
had?
wasn't a tear down completely, but they like basically renovated a house top to bottom.
Okay, because I'm like, even Dr. Jackie, and she probably is the highest earning person on that show with all the businesses. I was listening to a podcast or something recently, and they was talking about her and all the stuff that she has.
Hmm.
But like,
I mean, understanding though that Dr. Jackie doesn't have kids, and she especially doesn't have little children, so she can go wherever she wants to build a house and build a house. Like they have to take into account schools and all of that stuff. So, like there's some more variables. But I'm just, why do you keep doing this? What?
it's
What?
uh,
And like, what it screams to me is, and I mean, maybe it was a smart play, but what it screams to me is a that she needs something to do. So building houses is something that she likes to do, but she don't necessarily want to live in the house. She just want to build the house and like pick out all her stuff and feel like she has this grand plan and that's what she wants to do with her time. So that's her thing that she does. Two, it gives me like, hey, this market is crazy. So we're going to sell this house for a lot of money and move on. But it does not give me peace of mind of having a family home, which is what I think Eugene would prefer.
Mhm.
And she is going to work him into literally the ground
Oblivion.
because like the way he has to work to keep up with her demands to keep building houses or her lifestyle. That's why he was working all those hours was because of the tax debt and like all of this
I'm
nonsense.
like,
And
girl,
it's
what
like
are you
Toya, just
doing?
build a modest house and enjoy it.
That, and like my thing is, if you got him working like a dog to go out here and like take care of all of the bills that you have created, like what are you doing? Why aren't you working? You like to, like decorate and build homes and all
Be
of
a
it. Like,
freaking
hello?
go do your interior designer license or something so you can do this with other people's home and play Barbie doll house. But like,
Hello. That ain't that it. So that way you can make income on the passion that you have because the home was beautiful.
but also keeping
So,
like to keep uprooting your kids like that. Like this show hasn't been on but 10 years and we've seen them do 4 or 5 moves at this point.
mm-hmm.
You
Has
know
it
what I'm saying? I
been
don't even know if it's been 10 years. That was guess. But
like
like
damn?
keep uprooting your kids and you're telling this is going to be our forever home. You're writing scriptures on the plywood and now you're moving? Like how do they feel a sense of peace and of home? I don't understand that. So,
That's
anyways,
a pattern that she's gonna create in their lives where they feel like they constantly have to upgrade from one thing to the next. It doesn't seem like well, for her, it doesn't seem like she's ever settled in anything.
absolutely.
Like there's
She's
no
ever
peace.
not just settled, but that she's ever content
Yeah.
with anything. So, quickly moving on. Um, one thing that wore me out was Eugene coming in the house and Toy was screaming at somebody about homework. And Eugene was like, I don't want to come into the house to all of that. And she was like, what do you want to marry a white woman? Because this is how black families are. And I'm just like, do they have to be? I don't think they have to be. I don't think they have to be. So I'm with Eugene. Let us retire a bunch of yelling and screaming all the time. I'm happy to retire that and not continue that going forward.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I think to Toya's point, like, yeah, sometimes it do be a little loud in the POC households, but like at the end of the day, that if you coming home from work and you've been around people all day long, and quite doesn't he still work in like the emergency?
Yeah, he's an emergency room doctor. He's like always on high alert all day, and then he got to come home to a bunch of yelling all night.
Yeah, that's too much. It's too much.
Let's retire that. Let's retire that from the black family.
Honestly, I feel like, and Eugene might be even a little bit guilty of this himself. I feel like they might have like money trauma, and like this a major term, but money trauma in the sense of like never having had a lot growing up. So now that you do have the access and the means, you are swiping and spending at a alarming rate, and then you get like hit in the head when all the other shit piles up on you because you've been spending like that for so long.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember either of their background that well, but it's possible. And it's possible, like you said, to have the lifestyle creep of like you were making a little bit of money and you spent up to that level, and then once you start making a little more, instead of like trying to save the difference or at least some of the difference, you just spend more, and like it continues that way. So like it might be a little bit of that too, but either way, I just
money trauma.
it's just a lot. Like it's just a lot. Toya drives me crazy. If you've watched our Married to Medicine, I think we did. We were doing reality recaps when Married to Med came on last time, right?
I think so.
If you have watched any of that, you know that Toya racks my nerves. She continues to do so. I imagine that she will continue to do so this season as well.
I pray for Eugene and Toya because child, like hopefully that last house sale got you guys a decent chunk of change, and then you all also were not like in some sort of debt at the time.
Yeah. And also I hope that they are able to, because Toya seems like she's super task oriented, like she needs something to do with herself. So it's going to be interesting to see as their kids get older and they don't need her as much, like what she's going to do with herself.
Child, get a job.
It's going to be real interesting.
Start a charity, something that speaks to your heart and that does, does something for you so that you can be busy. Like that's the key. Because I feel like I don't think that I was gonna say I don't think she's a bad person, but I don't think she's a bad person. She's just annoying as hell. But like, just girl, you got to be a little bit better about this coin. Yeah. That's too many times that we'd have known about y'all having money problems since the show started. I feel like.
Yeah, when Quad was over there with the handcuffs in the basket of how to save money.
Like what the hell? Child. We're gonna keep you in the Lord's Prayer.
We'll keep them lifted. In the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, follow us everywhere. Get down in the comments. Tell us what you think about Toya and Eugene, and especially about this house sale. Drop down in the comments and just let us know if you're watching Married to Med. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Watch our reality recaps. Join in on the fun on Monday nights. We talk about more stuff like this. Visit our website at blackandcurious.com, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out, y'all.